Alright, welcome to my Excel dashboard tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at how to actually get the complete this complete dashboard built. In the previous video we actually built this dashboard. So what the dashboard is actually all about is data we got from a YouTube channel, like this YouTube channel you have right here. So we try to extract the data from this YouTube channel and we analyze it right here. So now we try to see where those views are coming from, where our subscribers are coming from, which country. So this is what we have from 1 to 29. We have 26 countries. So you can see we are showing 5 at once. So if you want to see more of it, you can just click right here. You get to see more of the countries, your views, your subscribers, and you are making revenue from. And if you want to see it by continent, you can actually have the access of seeing it by continent. What you want to see, subscribers or view right here, and you will be able to see how that is done. So what here is actually entails is actually telling you total number of likes, and if you change it to watch time, you're going to see total numbers of watch time and all of that. So now when you select countries right here, you get to see that okay, everything right here gets to change automatically. So what you're going to try to focus on today is actually how to build this kind of chart you have right here. You can see the basic one is this, that doesn't move the image. You can see the image is just right here, but you can't move this image because it's already stick to this. Now if I actually get this moved, you can see the image will get to move. This one would not move, but this one is going to move along with it. So if I bring it back, you can see this is very interactive. So now if I take it back to this particular aspect, you see it fill this up, but it doesn't really move. It's very static right here. So we want to make it very much interactive. But let me just show you the previous dashboard we've actually built and where we stopped. So you can actually take a look at that tutorial to see how you can extract data from your YouTube channel or from your client YouTube channel and analyze it just like this. Even though if you don't own a YouTube channel, just take a look at how I built this dashboard. You will definitely like it. So now this is how it is. Is where we've stopped. So we have to build something right here and that kind of chart right here straight away. So now for it not to waste much of our time, let us just start to build that. So the first we're going to do right now is for we to actually get to see what is the percentage of likes we have from various countries. That is what we're about to do. So how do we get that? So I'm going to go to my backend. So we've actually worked on this. You can see the backend, what we've actually developed right here, the analysis we've made to actually get this right. So now here I'm going to actually put my likes. It's going to be likes versus dislike. So now here is going to be just, I'm going to say progress. So now how do I get my like versus dislike? What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to say equal to, I'm going to open the bracket. So I'm going to say this very like, I'm going to minus it from dislike. So I'm going to have it closed and I say divided by like again. So now it's going to give my percentage. So you can see in the country selected we have 96% people liked our content. This is how it is, because already we have 3,410 people dislike our content, which makes this one not to be more 100%. So if we have 0 right here right now, we're gonna actually have 100% right here, because we have people who dislike our content and 96 people only like our content. This is how it is. Now we're going to actually build chart right here, but to do that, this progress is going to be 100%. So I'm going to hit OK. So right now I'm going to select this and build my chart with this. So I'm going to go to this bar chart and I'm going to be using this very type of chart right here. I'm going to click OK. So right now I'm going to move the title away. I don't need either of this, and I don't need this very grid line right here. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to right click and go to select data. So from select data, I'm going to switch row and column right here. So this is what I need to do. So right now, well done. So I'm going to actually double click this. I'm going to make sure I have it overlap. So this wrong one is up. So I'm going to make it full of it. Yeah, that is right. So right click and select here again. And now we're going to switch it to get that very blue one on top of it. So I'm going to click on switch right here, which is this. That is nice. So we want to actually make it start from 0 and end in hundreds. How do we do that? Just click this and actually click right here and click on this axis options, and here we go. So just make sure you have here to be 0, which is the minimum, and the maximum is going to be 1.0. Just put 1 and hit enter. Here we go. It starts from 0 and ends in 100. So now I can actually get this off again because I don't really need it. So I'm gonna make it smaller and shift it up as well a little bit. So now what I need to do right now is to have the data label right here. So now I'm gonna push it in to be on inside base, so which is this, and it's gonna be inside base just like this. So in a jiffy I'm going to actually have to format it, but not really now. So this is what we need to do. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to how do we add the icon. So we need an icon to be here, and how do we make that icon to be very dynamic, not to get static every single time we place a filter on it. The icon should move along with the with the chart as it moves. So what we're going to do right now is for you to add another series. So how do we add that series? I'm going to add something right here. I'm going to say icon. This is where icon is going to be. So I'm going to say equal to this particular percentage right here. Just watch me do it. We're gonna have to change something in the jiffy, but not really now. So I'm going to right click on this and select data. So now we need to add another series. I'm going to click on add. So the series name is going to be icon, and the series value is going to be this very value we have right here. So now I click OK and I hit OK. This is what we have, right? So now that we have this, the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to right click and select change series type, which is this. So what am I going to do with this? I want to use a scatter chart to make sure I have something that I'm going to actually make my image to be dynamic. So I'm going to hit on this and actually scroll down a little bit. So here we go. The scatter chart is right here. So it has it on the secondary axis for me, which is very good. We don't have to change this. I'm going to hit OK, and now if you look at it, here we go. So right now we are not done right here, so we want to actually make sure we have our dot right on the 60% right here. I'm going to click on this and go down right here, and here we go. The axis again is right here. I'm going to actually have to put this one on 0. So this is going to go for 1.9. So it's going to go for 1.9. So I'm going to hit enter. So already I have it right where I really wanted it. So this is great, right? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to actually right click and do some wonders. So go back, you're going to see a new so go back to icon. So here we go. A new axis is going to be added if I click on edit. So we don't have this previously because we are now using scatter chart. We have our x-axis. So right now we need to move our y-axis right here, the y value right here. We're going to actually cut it away and have it right here. But watch the magic right here. It will not allow us if we don't have any value right here. And now click. So here is it. To create a chart, the series must contain at least one value. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to say now it's going to be 0.9. So 0.9, and right here I'm going to have to place the one I cut off, paste it right there. I'm going to hit OK. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to hit OK right here. So now you can see it moves it away from here down to here, but I'm not really convinced with what I have right here. I just want to make it shift a little bit. So how do I do that? So before I do that, let me show you what I'm trying to do. I'm going to actually have to take this off from here. So right now I need to add my image to be very much dynamic. So I'm going to cut I'm going to take this image, this hand thumbs up image. I'm going to cut it away from here right now. So I'm going to go back to my backend, and I will definitely click on this. So it's clicked. I'm going to have to paste it in right here. So now this is what I'm talking about. So if you see what is here right now is actually outside of this. So how do I do this? Because I'm having it on 96%, and as well it's on 96%. It's going to be like this. So I'm going to click right here and make sure I have this on minus 0.09. so if I hit enter, it's going to move it. This is exactly what I really wanted. So right now I can now click and actually make sure I have this moved just like this, right? So make sure you expand it a little bit. So this is what we need to do to get it right. So I'm going to actually call this away from here right now to go to my main dashboard. So click right here, and here we go. So we need to have it on our dashboard. So we are almost right there, but not really there. So there is one thing left, and what is left is actually for we to actually remove the outline. So which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to say no outline. That is the border, so I'm going to say no outline right here. So we have something like this. Right now I'm going to click on this one. This time around I'm going to have to put it on something like this. Nice one. So if I actually close this away from here right now, and you see what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually place a filter and select a country where I have it to be on a very low percentage. So I'm gonna select Nigeria. So now you can see it's moving along with it. Can you see that? You see the image is moving along with it. This is what it is, but we've not really gotten it on the way we wanted it, just like what we have right here. You can see how beautiful this look is looking. So right now I'm going to make sure I have it just dynamically like this. So now I'm going to click back and actually select my, yeah, exactly. So here we go. I'm going to click on this and make sure I expand it down to this end. So nice one. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to actually bump this particular text up. So click on home, and here we go to the formatting. So bump it up the way you feel like. So I'm gonna say bold, and let me use white color for it. Yeah, I prefer this white color. So now here we go. So I'm gonna have to center it. I think it's centered. Okay, fine. So the next thing I'm gonna do right now is to change the color of this to something very, very cool. So I'm gonna click right here and have this color change to something like this, right? But this is not what we have right there. So you can use the gradient color, and I'll have a very nice color on this. So I'm gonna take this off. So right now I'm going to have to select this and have this right here. So now I'm gonna select here and have this very color, so right here, which is very much better. So select this, and I'm gonna have this red color. So we can now switch from this particular aspect. So here is it, our color is coming from. Exactly, we might really want to have something very much like this. So if I actually take my cursor off, this is what we have. So right now we need to actually make something very nice. So I'm gonna click on this and click right here. So I'm gonna click on this particular aspect. I'm gonna take this right here. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm going to actually make sure I have it this way, and I'm gonna move it down and have it covered here. So right now I'm gonna say no fill. So what I have is just this particular border on it. So I'm gonna have to crank the border up. Yeah, so this is what I need to do. So crank the border up, and right now we need to actually make sure we have it covered. So I'm gonna bring this one on right here. So now I'm gonna have to make sure I drag it this way and have this dragged. So this is nicely looking. So now I have to turn this to black right now. So now if I turn it to black to look like the other one, so this is what I have right here. So we can actually make sure okay, just bring this down a little bit. So now here we go. So we have something very much like this. So if I actually click this and have this click, you can see it's moving. So this is too much, we just have to, okay, we don't have any value right here. So I'm going to click on this. So this is really big. I'm going to click and make sure I have it to go down a little bit. So come back to Nigeria. So we go to another country. So you can see the percentage right here is 100%. It's just full. This is like exactly what I'm talking about. So it's 100%. We love it this way. So this is exactly what I'm trying to show you. This is how to build this kind of chart. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to see where is our top 3 viewers coming from and the bottom 3 viewers coming from. So I'm going to click on the backend right here, and I'm going to go down right here, and here we go. This is top view. This is where we're going to have it. So I'm going to click right on this particular backend right here. So anywhere in this particular aspect, so we're going to click on pivot table, and we need to insert a pivot table. Just click on this existing worksheet, go back to the back end and have it right here. Then we need to click. So right now we need to select country, and we select view. So right now what we need to do is click inside right here and go to view filter, value filter, and go to top. And what we need just the top 3, if I'm not mistaken, we're getting top 3. Yeah, the top 3 exactly. So we have gotten the top 3 right here, and right now to get the top To get the bottom three, what we need to do is for we to actually copy this. We don't need to actually recycle, we just need to recycle. We don't need to do it over and over again. Go and get another pivot table and actually to do the same thing. So I copy and paste it right here. All I need to do is just to click right here and go to the same value filter and select the top 10, and right now I change this to the bottom 10 right here. Here we go. Now we have different country on the bottom 10. So what I'm going to do is for me to select the kind of chart I really want for it right here. I'm going to select this pivot chart, and from pivot chart I'm going to select this very chart and select this donor chart, and here we go. We've just gotten the kind of chart we really want. I'm going to move this away from here because I don't need it, so I'm going to have this to be here. So I'm going to take this on off. So now we have just gotten the type of chart we really wanted. So double click it and have this particular no fill, and oh, sorry for that, I just need to click away. Now I'm going to click back right here. So here I have it selected, so I'm going to say no fill and no border. So now we need to actually move this down to what? Move this down to a dashboard. Here we go. So if I click somewhere around here and drop my dashboard right here, I'm going to have to align it. So I'm gonna have to put it right here. It's too large, so I'll have to reduce it a little bit. So you can see already I have my value. So now I'm gonna click on this. I have to remove my border because I don't want border to be on it, so I have removed my border. So I can actually give it the kind of font I really want. So I'm going to actually give it this very font right here, and I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go to patterns. I will definitely select a pattern that I feel I really want for it. So here we go. I think I will leave it this way. So the next thing is for me to get my bottom tree. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click right here and go to the pivot chart. This time around I'm going to be using a bar chart just like this. But before we actually use a bar chart, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to have to let it be from it's going to be sort. Okay, I'm going to get this one away from here. So right now click on this, and I'm going to actually make sure I have it sorted from small to largest. So here we go. That is nice. I'm going to have to remove this. So I'm going to take this off. The grid line, we don't really want it, so I'm going to take this off as well. So the total, we don't want it, and we don't want this very axis as well right here. So now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So double click this and actually come right here and bump it a little bit. And now what we need to do is just to remove both the grid lines. No grid lines and no fill. This is what it is. Sorry, no fill color and no border. So I think I have something very nice just like this. I'm going to cut it away from here as well and go back to the right place. Where is the dashboard? Here is it. So I'm going to have to paste it right here straight away. So now here we go. We still have this. What the heck is wrong with you? Aren't you going to get away? We don't want you. So now it's nicely. So here we go. This is very nice. This is what we want. So we can click on it and actually have our color right here the way we want it. So you can do the formatting anyhow you like. So it's very good. I even love having this particular kind of shadow on it. So I love shadow. So it makes it some kind of standard. So right now I'm going to click right here and go to home, and I'm going to have this very color, have it bold, and do the same thing to this as well. So I'm going to go to home, and I'm going to put it on bold and have it in this white color. So now this is what we really want, right? So now the next thing I'm going to do right now, I can actually add the detail label to this. Right click and go to add detail label. So you have it right here, and I'm going to push the detail label inside base. So I'm going to have it to be inside base. So click on it and make sure it's inside base, and have it on the color that is going to make it stand out. So I'm going to actually have to use this very color. It's chill and cool. This is nice. I'm going to have it on bold. So this is it. So I'm not going to use the detail label on this. Is really fine. So if I go back to my other dashboard, I'm going to have to bring in this particular logo we have right here for world. So I'm going to copy it and actually have it right on this particular I just built. So right here it's gonna be okay. So now here we go. Oh no, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna make sure it's centralized right here. And what I'm gonna do right now, I don't really like this color to be on it. Would definitely like to change this color away from here. So go to the color and have it changed. So here we go. So I'm going to change the color to something nice like this. So here we go, fine. So now we've just gotten it built just like this. So this is nice. So if you look at my audience countries, it's not really counting, it's giving me a -1. So there is something very weird happening right now. So if I go back, I'm going to actually make it very dynamic. I don't want it to be static. I want every single time I click a particular date range right here, it should give me how many countries we covered between April and June 2020. So I'm going to go back right here, and now I'm going to scroll down to this end. So right now here is where I'm going to actually have it built dynamically. Let me show you how I used to do this. So go back to the data source and actually click on insert, and make sure you have a pivot table inserted. So now using the existing worksheet, I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to move it away from here, and I'm going to have it right here. So it's up. Yeah, just give it. So now what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to drop my country right there. That is all I need to do. So I'm going to actually select this, and I'm going to right click and make sure okay, go down. So now right click on this and make sure you remove this particular grand total. We don't really need it, not need that. So right now what I'm going to do is for me to actually say okay, now equal to, and I'm going to use count A. So what count A does is going to count the cell that contains names of countries for me. So I'm going to highlight the whole range beyond where we have data. So it's not going to count anything right here because we don't have anything right there. So every single time we actually select, so I'm going to close it and hit on -1. So the reason for the -1 is because the top one right here is not a country. So it should have been 30, but right now it's 29 because I've taken this one off it. So now every single time we make a selection, I will place a filter on it. So if it is select, if all the data we have is just from here to here, it's going to only count here and leave the blank space. That is how we actually can get this right. So I'm going to actually select, and here I'm going to actually make sure I name this to be country as dynamic. I'm going to say dynamic country. Okay, fine. So dynamic country, I'm going to hit enter. So I've just got to know the name, dynamic country. Right now if I go back already, I have connected this to this right here. So now here I have it. So if I go back right here and actually select this and right click on it and go do the connection and just click on dynamic country. So here we go. Now you can see how it is. So if I just scroll down and make sure I have it seen, so we are now seeing it right here. So this is our country right here right now. If I select this particular region, so you can see we have only 26, and here we are having what? We are having 23 of it. So you can actually give it this kind of formatting right here that we have right here. By clicking on home, you go to format painter, so you now have it just like others. So this is very much beautiful. So we've just got it in the way others is. So now this is how we can actually build a dynamic chart to actually visualize our data from YouTube. So it is very much dynamic. So if you place your cursor right here, you're going to see more information about this very chart we have right here. So we can actually make sure we give this a very nice color that's going to make it some kind of standout. So this is great. I'm going to actually make sure I have it bumped up. So I'm going to select this and give it to this as well. So this is very nice. Sorry, I'm going to take this down. So select this and come back right on this and have it selected. Here we go. So we make sure we have this right here. So this is how it could look like. So this is very much dynamic. So right now let us just make a recap. So we have this build. You can actually take a look at this on my first video. I'm going to be leaving the link beneath this very video. Take a look at how I actually built this whole thing that is actually makes it to be some kind of dynamic and shifting the way it should be. If you want to actually see more countries, when you select, what you see is that you see more countries as you make a selection. So you can see more countries keep coming in over and over again, and you can see where your views are coming from. You have this bar to actually show us that. And you want to see comments, so you can see comment by by the the continent. You can see likes by the continent and which of the continent is disliking our content most. You can actually see that, and you can see it based on dates range from October to November. This is how much it is, and you want to see the revenue you made. When you click right here, you see revenue. You just click on revenue. Here you go, you see the revenue that you made over time. So this is how beautiful that this could actually be. So now you can actually name this whatever you really want to give to it. So you can actually give it a name that's going to be stand out. So you can just say, okay, right now let us have it named. So you can just be percentage of likes. That's just it. So the percentage of likes is what we have just given to it right now. So this is how beautiful this could be. So if you've not been a subscriber on my channel before, right now, please kindly hit the subscribe button. So right now you can see the reason why we have 100% right here, it was because nobody really disliked our content in this particular country selected in Japan, and based on the date range you've selected, nobody really disliked our content. But when we select on that country right now, which is Nigeria, so we have 50,000 likes and we have 1,000 dislikes, so which is 80% of people liked our content and 20% disliked our content. This is awesome. This is beautiful. So guys, what you need to do right now is to hit the subscribe button to help my channel grow, and as well, if you love this channel, help me share this content to make sure you help me grow this channel. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate. Stay tuned to my next videos, and as well, stay blessed.